is it Thursday afternoon / Thursday night? It is in fact Friday, and it's the AEW Action Show live. I've basically forgotten, but yeah, he looks really, really good. And yeah, after the match, basically, Ospreay cuts this promo on John Moxley, because obviously Mox in the storyline took Ospreay out. I actually saw it at Forbidden Door at the O2 in London in, crikey, when would that have been? About 7 months ago now. Because obviously I think Ospreay needed I don't know if it was fusion surgery on his back or something like that, but he wanted a good way, basically, a long story short. And oh, thank God, here's the sitting area. Brilliant. Right, where shall I sit? Probably not there, because there'll be random security guards telling me off. Tell you what, let's go and sit over there. Yeah, and I can finally chat to you properly. Yeah, so basically, Ospreay immediately calls out. Oh, that's my finger. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Nice one. Oh, hello everyone. Right. I hope you enjoyed that little impromptu trip around Leeds City Centre, my old town. Yeah, so he calls out Mox answers the call straight away. Will Ospreay basically goes mental, goes trying to jump into Moxley and Wheeler Yuta, basically hits them both with, as the Americans would say, trash cans. And then, yeah, he's about to whip Mox's arse, and then all of a sudden Pat came in. I tell you what, he actually got me for a change. It's not often I'm got shouting at a TV watching wrestling, especially at my age, because obviously you know it's work. But when Pac attacked Ospreay, I was just like, you absolute little shit. So yeah, well done Pac for making me believe again. He, honestly, like, he is such an arsehole, but he's a very, very good arsehole, basically. So yeah, that was. So what else happened next? There was, because I haven't got my notes with me, which is really annoying, so I'm just trying to work out what actually happened. Yeah, after that, it was Mox Wheeler Yuta versus Juice Robinson and I was going to say Austin Aries. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? But, I can't imagine Austin Aries working in AEW. Not Austin Theory, Austin... I've forgotten what the kid's name is. We'll just call him Austin. Obviously not Stone Cold. It's a very popular name. But yeah, they had a decent match. Nothing right home about. Mox basically hit the Death Rider. And they got the dub, as the Americans would say from that. What else? Swerve Strickland cut a promo on Kenny Omega, basically saying that he's not going to face Kenny Omega unless he's going to give up something for the match. Because I wasn't totally sure about this, but I think the stip is if Kenny wins, he gets Swerve's #1 contendership. It was really weird actually, because Swerve actually made reference to it. He was like, unbeknownst to myself, I'm now the #1 contender for MJF's world title. And I was like, well, unless they're going to go heel versus heel, I mean, how does that work? That's really, really weird. So I don't know if Omega beats Swerve, whether he then becomes the #1 contender, but yeah, booking-wise, I have to say to TK and the booking committee, whoever does all this for AEW, as much as I'm really enjoying the booking for their shows, that was really, really, it was just like, what is that all about? There was just no build, it was just thrown in there, which was a bit weird. But yeah, Swerve basically said something along the lines of, if you want me to fight you, then you need to put up something for me, which is Kenny Omega's EVP position, which again is like, obviously I know it's kayfabe and everything, but it kind of, it's a bit weird, because obviously you know in real life that Omega, the Bucks, Hangman, Tony Khan, and formerly the one known as Cody Rhodes, basically essentially created AEW and are the EVPs and the owner, along with the Khan family and so on and so forth, and they're on Warner Brothers and all that business. And it's hard to get excited about a stipulation like that, because it's like, well, you know very well Swerve Strickland isn't the EVP, so it's like, well, what are we doing, basically? So there was that. There was the whole thing with Tony Storm as well. Obviously, they had to kayfabe say that Tony Storm had been attacked and laid out by someone. I've been trying to find out about this today. Obviously, I've been actual work, sadly. So I'm not sure what's happened. But basically, long story short, folks, Tony Storm is like legit for a shoot injured. So I don't know how long she's out for. I don't know what her injury is, but obviously, sadly, Tony is out. So it looks like it's going to be the whole who attacked Tony Storm. Now, I would imagine they're going to go with Ronda Rousey or Marina Shafir, but then getting why would Shafir just attack? I think it's leading to Ronda Rousey versus Tony Storm. Now, if Tony Storm's fit for this or has recovered, I would imagine if I'm Tony Khan and I want to make a money match, I book Tony Storm versus Ronda Rousey at Wembley Stadium. In, when is it going to be? August. By the way, I'm getting my tickets for it next week. I would have my tickets today, but again, like most English people, the week to go in this country, I have completely run out of money, and the next 6 days are going to be a massive sack of shite, basically. Yes, I'll be getting the tickets next week. But I'm guessing it's going to be Ronda Rousey revealed as the attacker. Don't know. And the only other person I think they could do is going to be Mercedes Moné. Let's have a look. Hey, Random Baddie, how you doing, mate? You're all right. Very cool name, by the way. So yeah, I'd go with Mercedes or Ronda. I mean, I suppose it could be Tekla. Very disappointed she wasn't on the show, by the way. Tony, you need to get Tekla back on Dynamite as the world's biggest Tekla fan, who's actually got a Reddit page dedicated to Tekla. Yes, that's how sad I am. Purely platonic, before anyone says anything. I just think she's an absolute sensational wrestler, and I love the girl. I think she's absolutely amazing. So yes, Tony Khan, please make sure that Tekla is on Dynamite next week. I will send a very strongly worded letter or an email or something. So yeah, I mean, I'd probably say it's going to be Ronda who's going to be the attacker, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. What else happened? I'm just trying to remember, folks, to be honest. This might not strictly be in order. Speedball Mike Bailey versus Mark Davis was very, very fun. Very, very good match. Shout out to Mark Davis. What a worker he is. It was a really good match. I was a bit concerned that Speedball went over. Not that I have anything against him, apart from those really weird wrestling shoes that he wears, which are a bit not for me, a bit weird. Also with Marina Shafir as well. You probably AEW fans will know what I'm on about, but it's a bit just wear wrestling boots, guys. Manky. Anyway, yeah, no, Speedball versus Mark Davis was really, really good. Like I said, I really like Mark Davis. I think he's got a very good chance of being a champion. Whether he's going to be AEW champion, hard to say, but we'll have to wait and see. My concern about the match, which was really good, by the way, let me just have a look, because I can't actually see, because it's so sunny in Leeds for a change. In fact, I'm going to say hello, Leverington. Hello, Leverington. You all right? And hello, Mia12. How you going? You all right, guys? Yes, welcome to sunny Leeds for a change. It's actually nice out here, and I'm actually outdoors for the first time in like 6 months through the miserable weather of England. Now, I was just saying about Mark Davis. I was a bit concerned. Thank you, Mia. Yeah, no, it's nice to be out here, actually. I do like getting outside. It's very, very cool. I was a bit concerned about the Mark Davis thing in the fact that he hit Speedball with a couple of massive moves, and the moves that he hit him with, I mean, if any of you are AEW fans, obviously, you'll know what I'm on about, but like, if a fella comes along and hits you with what is essentially a harder buckshot lariat than Hangman Adam Page uses, you expect the bloke to go down, and Speedball just gets straight back up after a 2 count. And I'm like, not sure about that. That was a bit weird. But no, it was a good match at the end. But there we go. Oh, thank you very much, Mia. That's lovely of you. Thank you. No, seriously, thank you very much. Very, very generous. Yeah, I wasn't expecting any subscribers today, to be completely honest. But thank you very much, Mia. That's very, very good of you. Yeah, I just like chatting away to people, to be honest. And just, yeah, just having a breather. After work, which is very, very stressful, as we all know. But yeah, no, genuinely, Mia, thank you. What was the other thing that happened on AEW? Come on, brain. Yeah, we had the Marina Shafir match against Mina Shikawara. I can never say that woman's name properly, so I apologise, Mina, if I butchered your name. Yeah, that match was all right, not too bad. Mina basically got the win over Marina to basically avenge Toni Storm, so I'm assuming that she's going to be the prototype, not John Cena prototype, but the proto-bloody Toni Storm while she's out, maybe. I mean, I have just thought, unless it is Mina who's going to be revealed as the attacker of Toni Storm, but that would be really, really shit, to be honest. I really hope that's not the case, but I am actually thinking, if AEW haven't actually booked this right and they've just come up with an angle, I'm just thinking it could actually be Mina, which would suck. Donkey arse, basically. And what else did we have? We had not Edge and Christian, Cope and Christian. Now, for those of you who are WWE fans, obviously you'll know who Edge is. If you don't know for some stupid reason, Edge in AEW is called Cope, as in his real name is Adam Copeland, and so on and so forth. Is it cold in the place you're in? No, not really. I wouldn't say it's warm, but it's a bit chilly because it's Leeds and Yorkshire wasn't freezing half the time, particularly. But no, it's all right. It's nice. It's actually sunny for a little bit, so yeah, no, it's all right. Mate. Thanks for asking. It'll probably get cold in about an hour, so I will be heading home shortly. What was I say? Oh, yeah. So obviously, if you don't know, Ed is basically, long story short, he's Adam coaching today. For him, Christian came out after the Young Bucks had lost to some randomness to the Don Callis family. I'm not sure who they were wrestling, to be honest. I'll be completely honest, folks. I'm not the most organised person in the world. If you want wrestling reviews, proper ones, you need to go to someone like Denise Salcedo, who's absolutely she's like the best wrestling analyst in the history of the world. Or the Masked Man, or Pete Rosenberg, or someone along those lines. I just come out with like random rubbish, basically. So I don't actually know who they were facing, but it might have been Hechicero, possibly. I'm not too sure. But yeah, basically, the Bucks end up winning the match, and it was the usual thing of what you do when it's face versus face. Cope and Christian basically came out, and they were just like, "We respect you, no, we respect you," and blah blah blah, and all that noise. Usual stuff that you have with pro wrestling. And then after that, FTR basically came. That was a bit weird as well, actually. So FTR basically come out, and Stokely Hathaway, what an absolute dick he is, by the way. I'm sure he's a very nice man in real life, but yeah, as a heel, what a complete arse. But yeah, Stoke basically comes out, and they both, Jesus Christ, Cope and Christian and the Bucks basically told them shut up. Stoke basically got FTR to go and attack them when it was already a 2-on-4, and then basically they got the living crap kicked out of them. They all did the moves. Cope did his spear. I think the Bucks did VT trigger, and then Christian just kicked one of them in the balls. I really love the fact that Christian is actually now a beloved face, but he's basically working heel as a face, which is really clever, actually. So shout out Christian, come on. Do you know what, Christian Cage? I've just got to give a shout out to Christian Cage. His work the last couple of years has been outstanding. I mean, obviously he's an outstanding professional wrestler already, but he probably didn't get the credit that he deserves in WWE. Maybe a bit more in TNA. But yeah, no, he's beloved by the AEW fan base, and yeah, just shout out to Christian. His work that he's doing is just superb. So yeah, cheers Christian, shout out buddy. I think I'm missing one thing, folks, which I can't quite remember what it is at the minute, unfortunately. What did I miss from AEW? I told you about Mox, told you about Will Ospreay. Ospreay was really good, by the way. He says stalling for time while he tries to remember. I think that was it, to be completely honest. I might have... Excuse me, folks. Sorry, apologies. I might have missed one match, potentially. I'm not too sure. So if I have, I apologise. But I think I've gone through most of Dynamite. I'm actually going to watch it again tonight, because those of you who will be listening in America when this comes out as a podcast, because I know I'm followed by a few people in the States. Again, can I apologise to the people that do follow me? If you're wondering what the hell I'm doing this at this time of the day, is because basically there was a bit of a cock up yesterday in the Meta family household, and I couldn't do the live stream at the advertised time. Hence why I'm doing it now on the way back home, basically, and also showing you a bit of Leeds as well. In fact, I'll put Leeds back on. There you go. So this is the outside of Millennium Place. Like I said, this is a really, really cool, just cool, nice area to walk around in. You've got to be a bit careful, because the security guards can be a bit like, what are you doing here? So yes, I will start walking you back into the city centre now. Was there anything else in AEW? Right. Guys, I'll be completely honest, I've got no idea. I can't remember if there was anything else. So, long story short, that was my review of AEW Dynamite. So yeah, decent show. Didn't seem to last very long, to be honest. I mean, after everything that happened in Revolution, obviously the 3 or 4 days before, obviously, I don't even think MJF was on. No, I don't think MJF was actually even on the broadcast, to be honest. One thing that did happen during the whole schnoz, as it's known in wrestling circles, we found out that Cope and Christian have all of a sudden basically got a tag team match against FTR. This is the outside of Wellington Place, by the way. And the trains are over there, and distance, that's Holbeck and Beeston, which is where I'm from, sadly. And that's the hotel district. There you go. Yeah, so we found out that FTR randomly are now facing Cope and Christian. Like, no build, nothing. It's literally like, yeah, we're facing them. There you go. There's your match. And that's happening at Dynasty on April the 12th, I believe. So basically, for context, that's happening the week before WrestleMania, which, by the way, I'll be covering on this channel. I'll just do the quick sales pitch. If you like what you see, if you just go to Geek Boy Meta 7381, which is obviously what you're on now, all the wrestling content's under Geek Boy Does Wrestling, and Geek Boy Wrestling Story is the podcast. This will end up being the podcast, obviously, because I always forget to mention this. That's more Wellington Place, by the way. So yeah, it's going to be really, really cool, actually, and brilliantly, I think I've got the day off the next day, so I can actually watch Dynasty. I think even more brilliantly, my vaunted beloved wife, I don't think will be on the premises that night. I think I'll be flying solo, which would be very useful, actually, if the wife could please. God, I sound like a complete arsenal. If my wife could go away and take the child with her, that would be very useful, so I could watch wrestling. No, I'm only joking. Love your wife if you're watching, by the way. But yeah, Dynasty is, it's April the 12th, so like I said, it's just before WrestleMania, so that week is going to be absolutely awesome if you're a pro wrestling fan. You've got, obviously, AEW. I think there's a Ring of Honor as well. I want to say there's a TNA pay-per-view as well that week, so the whole, like, WrestleMania week is going to be outrageous, because obviously you've got, let me have a look. Sarah Frost. Hi, I'm Lily. Hi, Lily, how you doing? You're all right? Nice to see you. 2 names, cool. Right, I'll put myself back on now, folks, for a minute. There we go. Right, I'm going to find somewhere else to sit. Can I sit here? In fact, tell you what, I'll take you up here. No, I won't, actually, because that's where all the cars are. Tell you what, let's just go here for a minute and I'll just sit down again. There we go. Right. So, Dynamite was pretty awesome. Like I said, nowhere near the best show that I've seen AEW produce, but it was still pretty good all the same, so shout out to AEW. I usually, on the podcast, give this either... I usually give it like a rating, a match of the night. I'll probably say a B for AEW. Like I said, it was a good show, but it was. I know they can do so much better, basically, and now being on fire recently. In fact, tell you what, let me put Leeds back on again, because it looks like Leeds is more popular than actually myself at the minute. There you go, there's a bit of Leeds. What else was I going to say? Match of the night. Yeah, actually, no, Mark Davis versus Speedball Bailey. That was probably the match of the night for me. Like I said, I've got no problem with Speedball going over. That's absolutely fine, because obviously he's a tremendous worker. But, in fact, tell you what, let me get off my big flabby ass and I'll show you some more of Leeds, guys. Speedball's an absolutely fantastic worker. It was just, my only thing with it that I was a bit annoyed about was the fact that Davis has hit essentially his 2 biggest moves that should have basically destroyed Speedball, and he just gets up after a 2, and I'm like, really? That doesn't seem right to me, but anyway. That was match of the night for me, and a good show all around. Obviously Hangman wasn't there, so they'll be selling the whole thing of him being completely brutalised. It'll be interesting to see what they do with MJF at the moment, because that was the other thing. I've just remembered, guys. I'll put myself back on. There was the other match. This was match of the night. Gabe Kidd against Darby Allin in a coffin match. Yes, an actual coffin match. But this was not one of the fabled Undertaker coffin matches from the 90s. This was a bargain basement, literal box that you would possibly cremate it in if you couldn't afford to have your own funeral. It's a nasty little box, basically. And the match started with Darby Allin. I think he put Gabe Kidd in the trunk of his car and then crashed his car. I mean, obviously in kayfabe, obviously it wasn't shoot for obvious reasons. You can't have wrestlers crashing cars into each other because they might rather inconveniently die. So obviously you're not going to do that. They basically worked it so that Darby Allin comes back into the arena with Gabe Kidd on this box. which he was wheeling into the arena, and then he puts Gabe Kidd in a straitjacket. But then Gabe Kidd basically I think he bit Darby Allin's face or something along them lines. And it was just madness, absolute chaos. Darby Allin ends up winning through spearing Gabe Kidd into a makeshift coffin, essentially. And it was the most... I mean, I once watched ECW occasionally, and obviously I'm a kid from the Attitude Era, so I've seen everything. At least I thought I'd seen everything. That was just like, what is going on? That was like bizarre, gnarly, weird AF, as the young people would say. And I'm here for it. I thought it was bloody brilliant, to be honest. So yeah, shout out to Gabe Kidd. He's a really, really good worker, by the way. I think Gabe Kidd is potentially the best heel going in the business right now. I'm sure the likes of MJF and Brock Lesnar would probably have something to say about that. But no, generally, I think Gabe Kidd is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, for me at the moment, if I was giving heel of the year, it would be Gabe Kidd. So shout out to my fellow countryman, who is a raging psychopath. But then again, we all are in this country at the moment. And yeah, folks, that's pretty much it from AEW. So, like I said, I'm going to start heading back now. Like I said, guys, sorry that this is on at such a random time. I probably would have done this at home, but to be honest, I'm out on the streets now. Pretty shattered after this week, and I don't honestly think I would have been capable of... in fact, you know, I'm going to sit down again, actually, just for a couple of minutes. I don't think I would have been capable, guys, of doing this at home. So, yeah, you're getting it now, basically. So, if you've missed me live tonight, like I said, sorry, it's not at the normal time. However, I will be... this will be on YouTube podcasts and YouTube videos, probably... It might even be on before the end of the night, to be honest. But, yeah, we'll wait and see about that. So, yeah, whilst no one is here... literally no one here... let me just tell you what I've got coming up on the channel the next couple of weeks or so, basically. So, obviously, if you're new, I cover all sorts. So I cover pro wrestling, the mighty Reds of Liverpool. There you go. Horror stuff, comic books, toy hunts. Sorry if you've heard this before, if you're a subscriber. But yes, if you're new to the channel, basically it's just a whole mess of like weirdness, essentially. So what have I got coming up on the channel at the moment? So tomorrow is going to be a bit of a mad one, because I will be doing a live stream for Liverpool versus Brighton, which kicks off, unfortunately, at 12:30. I say unfortunately because I don't mind a 12:30 kick-off particularly. I do feel sorry about the Liverpool fans who are basically having to travel, a ludicrous... this isn't the first time we've had this with Brighton as well. I think we've had a couple of 12:30s with Brighton. I'm going to guess the lads are probably there now and staying overnight. But the fans are having to, like, either leave tonight and get in hotel accommodation, or most likely they're going to be travelling at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock from Merseyside to get to Brighton, which is pretty poor from the Premier League, but there you go. Anyway, long story short, I will be doing a live stream for Liverpool versus Brighton, which will be probably about 6 o'clock / whenever my wife gets in, and I can leave my vaunted son. If you're watching, son, by the way, I do love you, really, honestly. But yes, I'll be doing a live stream for Liverpool Brighton. I'll be back on Saturday night as well, 11:34. I'm just checking there's no weirdos about, folks, because it is Saturday night in Leeds. Friday night in Leeds. Yeah, I'll be back on Friday night for, Saturday night for the SmackDown reaction show, which is, again, depends on when my wife leaves the living room, but generally it should be about 11:30, give or take, something on them lines. If I don't do the Liverpool one, I might do it on Sunday, potentially. I'm not totally sure yet. Are we doing anything else on Sunday? Probably not. I don't think so. Monday, I don't think I'm doing anything, potentially. There might be something I'm doing, I'm not too sure. Anyway, Tuesday will be Monday Night Raw, which obviously is a wrestling fan I cover. that midweek, so that's 10:30. There's no Liverpool match next week because we've got the international break. Yay, great. Who doesn't love the international break so much? Yeah, there we go. Hi Mia, you're all right, how you doing? Nice to have you back again. Yes, so there will be no Liverpool folks for a couple of weeks because we now have the international break. Look, I can probably say on behalf of most Liverpool fans, I hate the international break. However, the stress of supporting Liverpool the last 3 months, I could probably just about have a break, to be fair. Yes, but I'll still be doing like a live reaction to Liverpool during the international break. In fact, probably what I'll do, guys, is I'll probably do a couple of shows about what's happening in and around Liverpool before the players come back. So if there's any stories and this, that, and the other, I mean, there's always something that happens in the last international break. There'll be someone that gets sacked. There'll be a player transfer. Someone we get linked with. Blah 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 blah. We'll probably end up with about 3 or 4 injuries, knowing Liverpool as well. And then we'll come back on April 4th against Manchester City and go through 7 weeks of complete chaos as Liverpool usually do, which is going to be fun. So yes, I will be doing. I'll do a couple of Liverpool shows during the international break, so don't worry, I've got you covered on that. I'll be doing AW reaction show at the actual time this week. Like I said again, guys, I can only apologise for yesterday. Like I said, huge family error. All of us got our diaries mixed up, and basically, long story short, I was meant to do a live stream in my mum's lovely little conservatory, which was going to be awesome. I was going to have beers with it, and then I found out my mother and brother were still actually there. So yeah, shout out to my mum. And yeah, that's Thursday. Friday next week, actually. Yes, that leads me to what's coming up. So Friday's going to be very cool because me and the Brer are going to sunny Liverpool next weekend via Manchester, which I probably should be mentioning as a Liverpool fan, so I don't want my head kicked in. But yes, we are going to see Liverpool Legends versus Borussia Dortmund Legends at, when is it? So not this Saturday, but a week on Saturday. So like 8 days basically. Super awesome. Really looking forward to it. It'll probably be the last time I'm at Anfield this season. I'm really impressed. I managed to go to Anfield 3 times. One of them was Barnsley and a friendly match. It's the legend match. Standing, that is way better than me. Possibly 7 years prep where I didn't actually see my own football team play. But yeah, I am still going to try and get one more ticket to the game if I can, if money allows this year, but we'll have to wait and see. Very expensive to try and get the ticket off comparison. Whether I can, I don't know, but just leave it with us, guys. If I can do, I will definitely go. In fact, I think that is the week. I think that's my week off, actually. So you never know. If not, what I'm thinking of doing is I might actually go for the match in Liverpool and just watch it at a bar in Liverpool, if you see what I mean. Then I might just go back on the train at like some ridiculous hour, like 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't ask me why. I do stupid, random things like that. So yeah, that'll be next week. Basically, long story short, if you're a Liverpool fan, like a lot of people are on the channel, there will be. Just to say, Thiago's going to be there. Peter Crouch is going to be there, Steven Gerrard's going to be there, and the gaffer, Jurgen Klopp, is going to be there as well. Thoroughly looking forward to it. It should be really, really good, actually. It's a really good thing that Liverpool do for the foundation as well. Shout out to them for all the work they do. Yeah, so basically the plan for next Saturday is, I think me and the bro are going, I don't know, I want to say probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning from Manchester, getting to Liverpool for about midday, getting a quick pint, going to the ground. I'm going to take you around Anfield next week. So I'm going to send my brother to the merch stall, and then I will just take you around the ground and just show you around Anfield, all the murals and so on and so forth. It'll probably be like a 20-25 minute tour, some film and lines. Then I'll go into the ground, so there'll be a match day vlog for next week, which Liverpool's got very good Wi-Fi, by the way, in the ground. So hopefully the match day vlog will be after about 6 o'clock. It might even be about 5 o'clock, hopefully, if I can get it all if I can get it all put together, then I will do it as quickly as I can for you. And obviously there'll be shorts and stuff from the ground. I'll try and do live shorts of if anyone scores, bits of skill from Thiago, who I'm really looking forward to see, because I did not get to see Thiago Alcantara while he was at Liverpool Football Club, which is gutting. But I'm going to get to see him in a double pivot with Steven Gerrard being managed by Jurgen Klopp, which is going to be pretty cool, actually. So, yes, and there'll be some bits and pieces from around Liverpool as well. Probably me and my brother getting hideously drunk, so there might be one or two of me free sheets to the wind, so I apologise in advance. I'm also, while I'm in Manchester, to kill two birds with one stone, I'm going to try and do a bit of vlogging next week and at Affleck's Palace. Where else? That weird toy store that they've got in the Trafford Centre, I forget which it is, but basically there'll be, hopefully I'll be able to record some toy shorts, which I desperately need because I am running very, very low. So Manchester, if you've got lots of toys, and Affleck's Palace, if you've got lots of toys, do your boy a favour and please get me some toys next week. Cool. Yeah, and I'll probably go into Forbidden Planet in Manchester as well, and probably Travelling Man and all those good places in Manchester. So yeah, that's next weekend. Couple of weeks time I'm going to be at Horrorfest in Leeds, which is at Left Bank in LS6 if you don't know. Big up LS6, Hyde Park represent, all that young people stuff. In fact, to tell you what guys, I'm going to take you for a walk again so you don't have to look at my ugly mug. Let's have a look. Like I said, if you've just joined or are joining, this is Wellington Place basically. Just on the outskirts of the city centre. Well, I mean, it's in the city centre, but it's like the back of the city centre. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, I'll be going to Leeds Horror Fest on April the 3rd, I want to say, something along the lines. Oh, actually, while I'm on, guys, and no one's watching, I can just like talk to myself. That's fine. Just to let you guys know that for part vlogging reasons, part very strange personal reasons to do with an unidentified assailant whose name I cannot mention at the moment, but I will be mentioning it at some point when I've managed to get rid of her. Yes. I'm actually going to be taking like 2.5 weeks off from the bank holiday. And it'll be basically from April 3rd, and then I'll be off until, I want to say it's April the 24th, so I'm off for about 2.5 weeks. Keep an eye on the channel because I'm going to be going live and doing lots and lots of things. So those of you who know Mrs. Meta, who I've mentioned on a few occasions, shout out to you, will know that I may have mentioned on a couple of occasions that Mrs. Meta and Baby Meta are going away for a week without Dad Meta, i.e. me, basically. So, long story short, that's given me a bit of time on my hands, so I'm going to go vlogging and go to various places. I might even go to Liverpool again, possibly. And other places. I'm actually going to put my glasses on now, guys. As in my normal glasses, because the sun has left us and I look like a bit of an idiot basically. So yes, why am I telling you that for? It's a very good question. Oh yeah, that's a bar by the way in Leeds. Shout out to everyone there. I will be going to get some liquid refreshment for myself. Yeah, happy Friday everyone, by the way. I'll just take you around here again. It's nice to be out here. Anyway, why was I telling you about my time off? Oh, yeah, that's it. So, like I said, I've got about 2.5 weeks off. I'm going to put something on the channel about what I'm doing. But off the top of my head, let me see. There's Liverpool versus Manchester City. They're followed by Paris Saint-Germain versus Liverpool. Followed by, I want to say it's Crystal Palace, maybe something along those lines. Then it's Paris Saint-Germain away. Like I said, I am toying with the idea of seeing if I can get a very, very last minute ticket on hospitality, depending on obviously depending on finance. Again, I'll be getting my AEW ticket. Shout out to everyone that's got an AEW ticket, by the way, for Wembley Stadium. I'll see you guys there. Also, as well, cheap plug, if you've not seen my AEW stuff, that's on Geek Boy Does Wrestling. So there's vlogs from Forbidden Door, All in One, well, as in AEW All in, the second one, 2024, whenever it was. Got Swerve and Bryan Danielson on that, which was a wicked match. Hey, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, you all right, Meta? I'm all right, thank you. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just having a bit of a walk around. Yeah, to be honest, I've just finished work. Couldn't really be asked doing this later, so I'm just doing a live stream now for wrestling because not to be very boring, is going to bed pretty much when I get home. I'm going to say hello to the wife, see how she's been getting on. She'll be going to bed early because Mrs. Meta works on Saturday. Child Meta will have been at the swimming pool, I believe was what he was doing today. So he'll be going to bed early, and just on this one occasion, it gives me great pleasure to say that I will be going to bed at the not cool time of 9:30 this evening because I am done in and I need to get some sleep, basically. Long story short. Are you heading to the pub? I can't yet, unfortunately, because like most English people, I basically have no money. I mean, I don't know where all these lovely posh people over there are getting their money from. I've got no idea. But yes. No, basically, yeah, I am broke for 5 days, for want of a better phrase. So, yes, it won't be the most entertaining of weeks in Castle Meta, put it that way. What else am I doing with that 2.5 weeks? Let me have a look. Well, I am not happy with this early night. Oh, come on, yeah, seriously. I can't. I literally, like, I can't remember the last time I didn't, like, go to bed before midnight. You know what I mean? I'm like 45 now. I'm not 22. If I was 22, I'd be happy to do it. Like, I just get tired now. And like most of us 40-year-olds, or 40-plus-year-olds, sometimes I just want to go to bed and read a book, basically, for want of a better phrase. Do you know what? I could actually... There you go, that's the Premier Inn. This is the Hotel District. I could happily just pay them 40 quid now and just go in there and sleep right at the minute, basically. Joke, I hope you get plenty of rest. Oh, don't worry, I will be doing so. I was just talking, yeah, about what I'm doing, because, right, in fact, guys, if I don't answer anything, I'm just trying not to get killed at the minute across the road, so it's not me being rude, I'm just making sure I don't get hit by a car. Yeah, so basically, folks, what I was saying was, I'm taking about 2.5 weeks off work, so off the top of my head, there'll be WrestleMania in that time, AEW Dynasty, which I'm hoping to cover. I'm hoping to go out for WrestleMania one of the nights and cover it from a pub, as in do potentially a stream in the pub while it's going on and do all the shorts and wacky shorts that I usually do. So those of you that know that I like a good beer, that could be either hilarious or disastrous or a combination of both, basically. There you go, there's the rest of Leeds. That's the Hotel District. Those are cars. I'm just trying to think, what else am I doing with that 2.5 weeks? Oh, yes. So, like I said, family Meta are away for a week, leaving me to my own devices. Hallelujah. So, I'm going to be doing lots of live streams with you guys. Very, very strange times. I'm going to be doing a live... I actually got this from my mate DT on here. Shout out to Depression Talks. Really, really good lad, by the way. I'd thoroughly recommend his channel. Very entertaining. Congratulations, DT, for this now being your job. I know he's worked really hard on it, so good lad, well done. Hopefully, I can't say too much, DT, if you do end up listening to this. Hopefully I won't be far behind you. I'll just leave it at that, obviously, because I don't want to jinx it, but yes, we shall see. Anyway, right, I have to jump across another road now. That's the Whitehall, by the way, restaurant and bar. That's Hotel District. Right, hopefully I don't get killed. Yep, no, I'm not going to get killed, sorry folks. those of you hoping to see a live death, I'm afraid, are going to be very disappointed. I'm still here. Anyway, long story short, folks, basically I'll be getting up to lots of wacky antics over the 2 weeks, and that thing I mentioned about potentially getting lots of hours doing this. Obviously keep it to yourselves as much as you can do, this being on live stream. That's kind of the intention. Basically, this is that's Toast Bar. This is where all the posh people work, doing whatever jobs posh people do. No idea. There we are. That's me on again now. Let's have a look. Oh, comments from be careful. I'll be fine. Yeah, no, I didn't get run over. 3 weeks. You're damn right. 3 weeks. Yeah, seriously, I have worked my butt off since last summer. When I went back to work, as you know, I was off for a while with like depression and stuff, which was really, really rubbish. And it's been full tilt literally for about 6 months. So yes, I am going to be doing some fun things for myself. Oh yeah, that was the thing. I'll be going on some wacky adventures with my lad. Obviously I can't live stream with my lad for obvious reasons, because I need to keep an eye on him. Although I could do, actually, probably find it quite amusing to do. But yeah, I'm going to try and take him to Sheffield, so there might be like a what am I trying to say? Oh, Sheffield's got a really awesome Forbidden Planet. I tried to do a vlog on it when I went there. Why did I go to Sheffield for? Can't remember.
Can I make a request? Next time you phone,
Well, you can do, Phil. There's a bloke having a domestic with his wife. Oh, I love Leeds. Brilliant. I absolutely love it. They're already drunk. Anyway, shout out to that bloke. I hope he sorts out some of his missus. It's very, very rare you get missus in the doghouse. Anyway. Yeah, so basically, long story short, I'm going to take my lads possibly to Sheffield. I'm going to try... we're going to go to Manchester as well one of the days, me and the lads, so hopefully there'll be a couple of vlogs, toy shorts, all that business. In fact, I'll put Leeds back on there for you. There you go. Yes, and if you are watching in Leeds, you'll know exactly where I'm going to now. This is where it's going to start getting messy. I would imagine Beckett Bank and Beckett's Bank even, and all the boozers down that way are going to be full of patrons who are extremely drunk at the minute and will be extremely drunk later. So yeah, folks, basically, long story short, yeah, I'm going to have about 2.5 weeks. How long have I been on for? Bloody hell, I've been on for nearly an hour, crikey. I'll tell you what, I'll walk you to the square. Just watch it, I don't get walked into. Yeah, tell you what, I'll walk you to the square, guys, next to the train station. So obviously, if you know Leeds, basically, you'll know roughly where I am now. So that's like basically train station entrance over there. If you're an old school Leeds person, that's where Majestic nightclub used to be, of Lee Bowyer and Jonathan Woodgate fame, for those of you who are as old as I am. And yeah, this is that's Taylor's Corner currently. I had no idea that was there. It is nice, yeah, it is nice. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, let me just move out the way for a second. There we go. Right, I'm just putting the camera down again, guys, because I've got lots of traffic, so I need to have concentration head on. Yeah, and that's basically everything that's coming up. So what I'm going to do, those of you who've watched me for a while and look at my stupid daft posts and like Leonisms know that I am fond of a good list on occasion. There we go. Nope, I'm not going to get killed. Am I all right? Yep. No, I'm sorry. Brilliant. Nice one. Yes, those of you who followed me for a while know I'm fond of a good list. So what I'm going to do, because I've totally lost track of everything that I'm doing the next 3 or 4 weeks, and this is like starting from next week, it's going to be pandemonium for about 5 or 6 weeks. I'm going to make a list, which I will post hopefully a little bit later. And oh dear, staggering already. I'll have to be careful when I'm filming, folks, obviously out of respect for the ladies going out, because I don't like men who do that sort of thing. I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube before, of where certain gentlemen start filming quote unquote accidentally various young ladies in states of disrepair, shall we say. And yeah, I'm not doing that on this channel because I think it's revolting, I think it's disgusting, and yeah, if you do it, you're a little bitch. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant, wasn't it? No, honestly, guys, I don't like that. Shout out to the ladies. You guys should be able to wear and do whatever the bloody hell you like, whenever the bloody hell you please to do it, and go out without a load of blokes, well, for want of a better phrase, staring and filming your bottom, to put it into English parlance. But yes, there we go. Anyway, after that mini rant, yeah, Leon. That is that's my name, yeah. That is my name. It's the Great Leon, actually. My wife usually calls... No, she doesn't call me that. So, yeah. As you know, Mrs. Leon comes out with quite a few more colourful phrases for me than that on occasion. Hey, Finn, how you doing, mate? You're all right? How you doing, son? Tell you what, let me put myself... Oh, actually, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll show you something funny, actually, while I'm here. You know, the other night when I went on a bit of a tear around the city, when I was basically going to go to the pub to get drunk, which is a familiar thing. Just over there, in fact, I'll show you where I'm going now. You see that green building thing over there? That is, well, it was called the Black Prince, but it's now called O'Neill's, as in it's like the Irish bar O'Neill's. So the other day when I was here, there you go, I'll get a bit closer. There you go. So the other day, I'll put myself back on there. Hello, sorry, I know I'm not as entertaining as a public house. In fact, let me show you this area as well. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, no, so basically when I was walking around the other day, I suddenly noticed that boozer that I just showed you has open TV screens. And they show Champions League. And the FA Cup. And the Premier League. I'll put it back on again. And Liverpool Football Club. So, being a man who doesn't like to waste money, I'm sure I don't need to tell you where I watched the first half the other day. And for those of you who are saying that is absolutely just so cheap and nasty, yes, it is, and I'm proud of it, and I'd do it again as well. So, yeah, shout out to O'Neill's Bar. I thoroughly enjoyed the first half the other day. It was great. To be fair, I did then... let me have a look. Hello, Leeds. You see just over there, where that bus is, on that side, there's like a boozer over there called the Griffin. I actually watched the second half the other day because I found... honestly, I'm not making word this up. I didn't think I could actually even afford to go to the pub. I found a fiver in like my in like my gym shorts pocket, because I changed into my gym shorts, and I must have shoved a fiver down there the other day. I felt really sorry for the how do I put this bluntly? I felt really sorry for the bar lady who took that fiver. Put it this way, I had to spray it with links. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Poor woman, honestly. But yeah, no, I used that fiver and I basically went to go and watch the Red. And like I said, they were absolutely bloody brilliant. It was the best fiver I've ever spent. Job done. It was really cool. So yes, I don't know why I've just told you that story, but hey ho, never mind. Let's have a look. I bet Mrs. Metzer does. Yes, she does. Yeah. O'Neill's, let's go. Ah, Oh, an O'Neill's fan. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Let's have a look. Oh, Finn, yeah, your hospital fit. Right, dude. Let me just find somewhere to read this properly. Oh, oh, it's starting, folks. It's starting. Watching the people get Larry. It's not very pretty, I tell thee. The anthem of Leeds, yeah. I think it might be time for Mr. Meta to show you somewhere else, actually, away from what I think might be happening shortly, shall we say. But tell you what, look, Finn, sorry, let me just answer your thing first. Sorry, dude, being rude. Went to hospital yesterday for my eye because it went completely blurred again. Oh, bloody hell, Finn, Christ. They said it's okay, but it's going to take a while to recover because it's been through a lot of trauma. Bloody hell, mate. Well, Finn, as like I said, I'm sure your family will be telling you the same thing. And as an adult with a child, obviously you're not a child, you look after the eye, mate. And if you get any advice, as boring as it might be to rest or do whatever, like Finn, seriously, make sure you look after your eye, pal, because if you know what I mean, if you lose your eye, pal, which you ain't going to lose your eye or anything, but just do exactly what the doctors tell you, do exactly what your family tell you. I know it's probably going to be very, very annoying, but just do what people tell you on this occasion, mate, and just get yourself better because you need your eyesight, pal. Let's have a look. Yeah, genius. Oh, about the watching at the boozer. Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, no, honestly, I'll put it back on again. So literally, I don't know if you can quite see. There you go. Can you see the TV screen? It'll turn over in a minute. I don't know what the hell it is I'm actually recording. There you go. Oh, let me just turn away from that because that's actually recording live sport, shall we say. I'll put Leeds back on, actually. That's our, this is our beautiful Queen's Hotel, incidentally, by the way, and that's where I've just come from. There you go. That over there, I think I've told you guys before, used to be Majestic Nightclub. That is where Jonathan Woodgate and Lee Bowyer, let me get my finger on there. Those of you who are as old as me had their slight ruckus with a student, shall we say, without wishing to dig up Mr. Bowyer and Mr. Woodgate's past. But yes, that's where that happened, basically. And like I said the other day, that's also where I got on a stage and started singing Zombie Nation when Zombie Nation came on. I know it doesn't sound like something I would do, but there you go. But yes, Finn, sort yourself out, mate, and get yourself some rest, pal. They did show the footy, and you just stood there. Yeah, no, absolutely, and I'd do it again, yeah, as well. I'm actually thinking what I might do. Although this is going to look a bit obvious, we actually have, you know, those folding deck chairs. So I told my missus about it the other day, and she was just like, "You can't do that. Folk will see that you're doing it." And I'm like, "Oh, it'll be all right, blah blah blah." But then she did point out there's quite a few police that do the rounds, and maybe that might not go down too well. But yes, no, I am totally thinking of rinsing one or two of the bars because there's a bar literally down there, somewhere in that direction, where what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? They've basically got the football, but they've got it on a big screen outside the actual boozer, as in anyone who walks past can go and see it. So these are, God bless these Polish lads. There's a few Polish lads that live at this really nice hotel complex over the road. And you can tell by the clothes and everything, they've got a fair bit of money. But they did exactly the same as me. They kind of hovered around and pretended that they were going to the Tesco next door to buy some stuff, and they do it in teams, like four of them, like roll of cigarettes and stuff. But what they were actually doing was just watching football, but they just kept switching up the roster of people who were watching it, basically. So shout out to those Polish lads. I hope I haven't just ruined their image, by the way. So yes, I might not say I live I am the Yorkshireman, so yes, I will continue to do that. And what the great thank you. Let's have a look. Oh, Michael. Hello, Michael. True or dare, dude. True or dare. Neither, Michael, because I'm tired and I can't do truth or dare. Uh, if it's a fun truth or dare, it's like
down to the top of the boys, Man United, something riding with back. Not old, Mummy is money. Well, exactly, yeah, exactly. Let's see if I, not a chance thing, because I will get rid of the strength if I stop 35. Put it this way, obviously I've been in this city a long time, and
Your own cities, you know when there's times where you can be in the city and then there's times where you know it's time to leave. I think we're okay at the moment, but it's getting to that point. It's like, yeah.
hope you're okay. Please take care. Yep, again, absolutely. Big screen, light subscribe. Thank you, yeah. As usual, thank you very much. They said if it goes, oh, sorry. They said if it goes completely blurry, then to go to Birmingham Eye Hospital. That would be proper special time. Well, to be honest, Finn, I really would, but I mean, look, it's up to you and your family at the end of the day. It's none of my business. But yeah, no, even if it's just to keep a check up through,
I would do it, but that's up to you and your family. It's not my place to say at the end of the day. My favourite snack for the past 3 days has been paracetamol. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you, dude. You should see what I have to take every single day now. Get an OAP stroller. They have a seat. Oh, thank you. Yeah, for that. Cheers. Love you too. Yeah. Charming. I'm going to get enough abuse from Mrs. Meta. So I appreciate your care, though, man. Oh, no problem, Finn. No problem at all, mate. You just what I'd do, Finn, to be honest, as much as you can do. Whatever you can do that's fun, that's not going to do your head in. Watch a bit of football. If you can't watch it because of your eye, just put commentary on in the background. Put your radio on, listen to the footy. Put some wrestling on. Get your family to get you loads of. I don't know what young people drink these days. Fanta, is that still a thing? I don't know. Tango, Diet Coke. I don't know. Anyway, or of course beer if you're old enough, which I'm not sure if you are, but and chocolate, and also as well con your family into getting your takeaways. By the way, the family Finn, I really apologise about costing you a fortune. There we go. But yeah, no, Finn, seriously, just get yourself rested up, mate, and take care of yourself, yeah? Good lad. Right, folks, speaking of taking care of myself, I've actually been on randomly for 1 hour and 10 minutes, which was not the intention, actually. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for watching my impromptu stream, and thank you, Finn, and thank you, yeah. Your love and support is always appreciated, and you are very, very cool people who I'm lucky to have on my streams. Thank you. And thank you, Mia, as well, who liked and subscribed. That was very cool of you. Thank you, Mia. And welcome to the Meta family, which is a bit pompous to say that, but still. Right, guys, so yeah, let me have a look. Have a great night. Have a great night. Wait. Have a great night. Wait. I can do, yeah? Not beer yet, only 16 now. Ah, right. In that case, should anyone be watching, I did not just recommend Finn to drink beer at the age of 16. I would just like to clarify that, but there we go. Did you notice one thing? No, yeah, I did not. Like I said, I'm not the most observant of people in the world, so you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to give us a hint or give us a clue. What was this? Some weirdo person behind me or something? I did not type my tagline. Oh, no. Thank you, yeah. That's a good way to end it up. There we go. Right, guys, now in all seriousness, I am going to... more people randomly coming up. Why did this always happen at the end of my stream, by the way? Let me have a look. You're all good, man. Definitely a Nintendo guy. Hello, Stuart Darman. Hello, Stuart Darman. Definitely a Nintendo guy. I'm not a video game guy at all, Stuart. The only thing that I've got is a PlayStation, which me and my son keep saying that we're going to play on. But we haven't played it for ages because, but actually, I'll tell you a very quick story. I'm assuming you guys, being young, will have heard of something called FNAF. I'm fairly confident most people in the stream will know what that means, as in Five Nights at Freddy. My son this is really difficult to explain because I don't know anything about video games, but the FNAF game that came out 2 years ago, where you've got you get instructions from Freddy Bloody Fazbear or something along them lines, right? There's like a robot Freddy Fazbear, something along them lines. I don't know what the bloody hell it is, but basically you come out of his chest compartment and then you start walking around and trying to find whatever the bloody hell it is my son was trying to find. Anyway, we go through like this, what was it, this basement, and then there's all these scary FNAF people that come along. But there's this one called, what's it? It's called Bonnie, I think it is. Bonnie the bloody rabbit or something. I don't know who these people are. Anyway, long story short, my son basically threw a wobbler because he can't get past this Bonnie person. And for love nor money, and it actually, I shouldn't really say this because he was a bit younger. It was about 2 or 3 years ago when we played this. He actually cried. Shout out to my son. Sorry for humiliating you on YouTube, but he got really angry and he said, "Dad, I want you to do it." And I was just like, "Sorry, you want me to do a video game? Bloody hell. You might as well ask Matt Goodwin to try and win an election." Anyway, there you go. A little English reference there for you. Yeah, so my son explains to me, and I'm sat there and I'm trying to get past this thing, and it's really weird. You end up in like this kitchen or something. You see this Bonnie thing like running about, and every time I try and get past them, well, to quote Jasper Carrot, every time I try to get past them, the bastard comes along and bloody kills me. And it got to the point where I was just like, "Well, I'm not having this." So I actually ended up getting into it. And long story short, I ended up playing this FNAF thing when my son had gone to sleep, literally for the grand total of 3 hours, to the point where my Mrs. Meta, as will know, actually insisted I come off the game, and I just could not come off this game for love nor money. Anyway, long story short, I never got past it, and I've not played it since. So yeah, there's a story for you. If you want another story, by the way, Stuart, I did used to be a gamer, funnily enough, but I'm like old school gamer, so 90s arcade video games. So I used to go into like the UCI in Derby. Shout out to Derby, by the way. But basically where the cinema, I don't know if they still have these, but like there used to be like these cinema complexes where you had an arcade built either into or on the side of a cinema, basically. And all you would do is literally used to get 50 and 40p's or whatever it was, and you would just keep playing these games over and over again. And yes, kids, I did just say 50p's. You could put 50p into a game and you could get 5 rounds of Street Fighter. That's how much it costs. Whereas I took my son the other year for bowling, and I think I ended up putting in about a £10 note, and I think he ended up with about 4 games of whatever it was. But yes, there we go. So I used to do that, but I used to have a Sega Mega Drive. Shout out to all the 90s kids out there. So I had Mega Drive, and I got Sonic 2 in 92 and the original Street Fighter 2 in 92, and I was constantly on them. And then I don't know, man, to be honest, I just I don't know, beer and girls turned up and I just basically grew out of it. Basically I got back into it a little bit in Hyde Park in Leeds. I got like an Xbox, and during the drinking days that I used to have, me and the guys would play Ultimate Spider-Man. We never completed it. We just used to like basically swing Spider-Man all around New York City. We used to like drop him off the Empire State Building and laugh after about 40 million bottles of wine because we were all very stupid and immature, but there we go. But yeah, I haven't really played it since, so I hope that answers a question that I don't think anyone actually answered, so there we go. Arsenal, yes, yeah, I know. Yes, your first trophy's coming up on Sunday, isn't it? Your streams are hilarious. Oh, thank you, Finn. Look behind me. Well, Finn, in all seriousness, I don't believe you, mate, but like, I actually do need to start looking behind me because, like I said, to quote the Kaiser Chiefs of this particular city, watching the people get leery. There are people getting leery already. Anyone have a Nintendo DS? I do not. I can't even see anything now, so it's gone dark. I'll just call you 876, Duke, because I can't read anything in this light. 10 more minutes. What's this? One more match? One more stream. One more stream. Go on then, folks. Go on. I'll tell you what. Let's take you somewhere else in Leeds that's not quite as dangerous as where we are. Well, it's not, actually, to be fair to Leeds, it's not really dangerous. It's just people are getting leery, basically. Tell you what. Let me take you. I'll take you to the Corn Exchange. There we go. Those of you who live in Leeds will know exactly where I'm going now, by the way. That's that bus fin that I was on the other day. See that? Number 24. I did get what. By the way, anyone who watched my bus stream the other day, which was a new one on me, I did get some very, very odd looks when I got off that bus because I didn't realise how loudly I was talking. In fact, let's go this way. I didn't realise how loudly I was talking, and basically, I came downstairs and there were about 70 million people sat there, sat there going, "What's this fella doing?" You know. That is Trinity. Do you know what? I've missed a trick here, haven't I? I should have just been doing my live streams just around Leeds City Centre. I really have missed a trick, haven't I? Honestly. Yeah, do you know what? From now on, every live stream at Leeds City Centre. Or Liverpool. By the way, folks, again, let me have a look. Let's take you down this one. Cheap plug again. Speaking of Liverpool, I will be live there a week on Saturday. So hopefully about 1 o'clock, maybe half on the afternoon, I'll let you guys know. But I will be, before the Legends match, I'll be going around Anfield and doing like a quick tour. So I'm going to put my brother in the pub or the merch stand or something like that while I do that. Let's have a look. That's Federal, apparently. I have no idea what that is. That literally wasn't even there the other day. Let's have a look. Right, you are going to, those of you who wanted to see some sights, you are going to see some sights now. So this is one of our main drinking areas in Leeds. That's the Griffin Hotel. So that's where I saw the Liverpool game the other day. And there was like 4 people in there, and it was wonderful because there was no one there, and I could have literally. I saw the Liverpool game. So if I'm not answering the comments, by the way, I'm having to just keep an eye out for naughties and this, that, and the other. Oh, here comes a naughty. 2 naughties there. I don't think they owned those previously. Sorry, lads, I hope I haven't got you done in there. I've completely forgot what I was talking about now. Right, tell you what, let me take you through the actual city centre. There we go. Right, so this is the bottom end of Leeds city centre. That's the Roxy, which I think I may have been thrown out of that building when I was 20. I'm not totally sure, for reasons potentially. Why was I telling you about Liverpool? Oh, yeah, so basically I went to that pub that I just pointed out a minute ago. And, yeah, it was brilliant because I had a whole table to myself because there was just no one in there. And there was about 4 lots of Liverpool fans who I made friends with, which was quite amusing. But I had a whole table to myself and a charging point. So I was able to charge my phone whilst doing my Liverpool updates on Reddit. By the way, yet another cheap plug. If you want to follow me on Reddit, it's Geek Boy Meta. I need to stop doing cheap plugs, don't I? But yeah, I've got a Liverpool channel on there. I've got wrestling channel on there. Those of you who like Tekla, I've got a Tekla channel. That's the entrance to Trinity, by the way. And here we are. This is the main city centre. So yes, I'll try and take you somewhere where it's a bit quieter. I think the plan I've had possibly is not the best plan in the history of the world in terms of taking you somewhere quieter.
We'll pay for that.
I'm the only guy in the world that gets really... So a lot of the mayhem will be going on down there later. Less so here. In fact, I'll tell you what I will do, guys. I'm going to take you to Greek Street. And then I will look at the comments, by the way. I'm literally just like making sure that I don't get my phone cranked off me. So if you find yourself going at 30 miles an hour, one of the locals has run off with my phone. But yeah, just give us a couple of minutes. We've got a McDonald's there. Not a massive fan of that, I have to say. Go Burger King. Do you know what? Every single time I come down this road, there's a new shop. I have no idea what any of these shops are. As well, should you ever be in Leeds. So that one up there, see that window up there? I forget what the bar's called, but if you're ever around sort of Park Row way, in and around this area, so there's a and then basically we'll work on saying goodbye. I actually could do with finding a bathroom as well at some point. Not that you guys need to know that. Let's have a look. Oh, there's my bus. Great. It's fine, it's fine. I was told by Mrs. Messer not to come home early anyway because like she's doing cleaning or something like that, which means I can't go home early for some stupid reason. Which does kind of sound like she's having an affair. I hope she's not having an affair, but... well, I mean, to be fair, if she does, it means I can go and look for another Mrs. Meta, I guess. Anyway. Alright, guys. Yeah, let me just find somewhere a bit lighter and I can read the comments. Yeah, like I said, folks, I'm going to head off in a minute because it is like... wow, it's 5 minutes to 7. I did not know it was that time. Let me have a look. Right. There we go. So, any grenade 10 times fast. Okay. When did Robin Williams die? Wow. Okay, we've gone very macabre all of a sudden. Oh, cute. Thank you. Yeah. Whole position is great. Toy Story on the Mega Drive is great. Toy Story in the back. Oh, yeah, no, but yeah. My baby brother, when he was a baby brother, he's not a baby brother now, but I think he used to have that as well. I still have SNES in 64 and Game Boy. My missus, yeah, has a Game Boy as well. I think she's more of a Tetris girl, to be honest. Streets of Rage, yes, lads, yes, Stuart. I've completely forgot to say that. Thank you for reminding me, mate. Streets of Rage is the shit. It is absolutely brilliant. I love Streets of Rage. I spent hours on that. To the point where, again, this is an old people reference, but Blockbuster Video. Blockbuster Video used to, in Derby at least, you used to be able to rent video games, excuse me, which I'm assuming was the case all over the shop. But yeah, I used to rent Streets of Rage because I asked my father for the, God rest his soul, I think at the time it was 65 quid or something like that, and he was just like, yeah, or I can just rent it until you grow out of it. And the rentals was something stupid in Derby, like about 40p or something like that. So my old fella basically worked out, right, I can pay this until he gets bored and then he won't ask again, or I can pay the 65 quid. And my old fella basically went for the 40p option, and I probably rented it about 20 times, so he probably ended up saving himself about 50 odd quid, I would have thought. So yeah, shout out to my dad, very clever bloke. Let's have a look. Super Hang On. Oh, I think I can remember Super Hang On, Stuart, actually. In fact, tell you what, folks, let me since we're still chatting, I'm going to take you to those of you who wanted to see drinking and hilarious. Let me just take you to Greek Street. This should be highly entertaining. Again, those of you from Leeds will know exactly where I'm going now. See those cars, by the way? So this is a, I'll have to keep my voice down. This is a no parking zone in Leeds. To which you may be asking yourself, why are those dudes parking their car? It's because basically this area here, this is like super rich. So, oh, actually, guys, I'll tell you what. You see that building just there, Dakota? That is where they filmed certain parts of Secret Invasion, the really crappy Marvel TV series. So basically, just there. I forget where it was, but all of this round here was blocked off. I think this was about 2 or 3 years ago, I forget when. But basically, Samuel L. Jackson was here, Emilia Clarke was here. Who else? I think Don Cheadle was here as well. I can't remember. And the guy who plays this role, the Australian actor, I can never remember his name, who was in Rogue One. You know what I'm on about. But yeah, basically all this was filmed around here, in and around Dakota. That's Manhattan, by the way. But yeah, those of you who are asking, this would be Greek Street. And I'm gutted you guys have made me walk here now, because I'd so love to go up there and go for a pint, but I just haven't got the money, unfortunately. But yes, I'll show you a little bit. So that's the Alchemist. That's Dakota. So like I said, that's where Secret Invasion, a bit of it was filmed. So they blocked off all this here, basically. And yeah, it was very cool. I think I saw Samuel L. Jackson's hand waving, and that was pretty much a lot, but still. Anyway, let me read through the comments. The bus stream was... So look, the bus stream was great. I'm going to do it more often, Finn, actually. Larry, you weren't talking that loud. Yes, legends of thought. Can't wait for that Liverpool stream. Well, I can, Finn, because I don't think it's Brighton's morning. And I don't know if you know this, but our record at Brighton. Let me just put myself back on. Yes, our record at Brighton is not necessarily stellar, to say the least. Speaking of stellar, God, I wish I could go over there and have a pint. Right, that was Greek Street, everyone, basically. Let me have a look. Do we get to meet Brother Meta? You must be joking. Yeah, no, we I love my brother very much, but we are very, very different in a lot of ways. He doesn't mind what I do, to be honest, but he's like stealth secret agent, super spy brother. He keeps himself to himself and handles his business, shall we say. But yeah, no, you will not see Brother Meta. You may hear him cheer, possibly, because he's going to be next to him. Are you walking further away from home? Oh no, I'm basically, yeah, where I am now. I'll put you back here. Where I am now is where I need to get my bus from anyway, so I'm literally packing up now and I'm going to go and get it, because I've just missed one, which means there should be one in another 10 minutes, I would have thought. So yeah, no, your sound has gone funny. Oh, sorry. Your boss. Met no affair or other misses. Like, subscribe, nice. Oh, thank you, yeah. To be honest, I don't think I could... I said to my missus the other day, I don't think I could actually cope with an affair. I wouldn't even know what to do, to be quite honest. Like, your hair looks nice. I don't know. I have no game. I have no idea how I even got Mrs. Meta, to be honest. I think the 3 or 4 bottles of red wine might have helped, but yes, we'll leave that one where it lies. Anyway, right, folks, I am going to get off actually, because it is just, yeah, it's 7 o'clock and I need to go and get some food and go for a drink, and yeah. But there we go. Finn just wrote, "You're a something." I hope you weren't going to say arsehole, Finn, but there we go. Have a great evening and rest. Oh, I'm going to, yeah, don't you worry. Like I said, I am literally going to be up for about 3 more hours and then I'm going to bed. But yes, I'll be back for Liverpool versus Brighton tomorrow. So, Finn, you're going to get your wish. And, yeah, we can talk about us losing 6-0 to Brighton with Daniel Welbeck getting a hat-trick. It's going to be great. And, yes, then we can celebrate, getting the first of the 4 trophies. But there we go. I meant to say you're a Rizzler. Well, not a Rizzler paper, hopefully, but there we go. Nice one, guys. Right, I'm going to head off. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Yes, yeah, I know. I'm just going to say congratulations now, because I don't see... I do not see Arsenal messing that up. Just very quickly, the only way I can see Arsenal winning that is if they don't mark Haaland correctly. But I just think Saliba and Gabriel will have Haaland in the back pocket. Other than that, I just don't see how they hurt Arsenal at all. I really don't, to be quite honest. But to super jinx you, you won't like me for this. I'm actually going for Arsenal 4, Manchester City 2. That's my prediction. But I think it might be some mad game whereby Arsenal are like 3-0 up after half an hour. But then it ends up going like, I don't know, 3-2 or something along them lines. But yes, but there we go. But yes, enjoy your League Cup. Yeah, I've enjoyed many of them over the years. I have, how many League Cups have I won so far? I think it's 6 during my lifetime. So yes, a League Cup win is always good. But sadly, we will not be winning anything this season. But yeah. Right, guys, I'm definitely going to head off now because, I'm tired and I need to go. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Finn for keeping company. You're absolute stars. Yeah, cheers, yeah. Love you both, and I'll see you back 6 o'clock tomorrow. Take care of yourself, guys.